and welcome, beloveds, to another episode of Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray that you are well in all your ways and that you're moving into living life truly on your own terms, beloveds. We really want to thank everyone that has subscribed to the channel, that likes, that shares, that comments, that supports. Special shout out, of course, to our Patreon family. Thank you so much for supporting us, beloveds. And we just want to send you our greatest wishes, greatest vibes, greatest intentions as we close out the year and get ready for what is going to be like, the decision making year, the deal-breaking year, if I can put it like that. 2022 is going to be a massive deal. It's just been heating up, and in 2022 it's going to hit boiling point. But that's not even why we're here, beloveds. I get a lot of questions about who is our spiritual team? Who are we moving with? Because I think it's very important in this season, especially with the fact that 2022 is going to be such a blowout year. It's so important for you to recognize that you do not walk alone, that you have a spiritual team that is walking with you, that is protecting and shielding you from negative energies, that is constantly whispering to you to alert you of things you need to be aware of, that is always trying to, get you into the best position for you to live your greatest life, your best life. And that is their whole purpose, to protect you, to guide you, to teach you, to, bring goodness and riches into your life. And especially in this season, for many of the chosen ones, our spiritual team is more like our spiritual army, because, there are so many enemies of our soul who didn't want certain bloodlines to come back because they're the game changers, stories for other days. But you have a spiritual team, beloveds. You do not walk alone. And I think it's high time, especially with everything that's going on in the world, it is high time that you get to know who you're working with, who is standing beside you, who is standing behind you, and you develop those connections, you see, because they're tuned into you. They're always with you. They've been with you since day one. And what has happened is, as you've evolved, as you've come into your calling, your great works, your mission, your destiny, your, more of your spiritual team, come on board. As you elevate yourself, you also get higher level spiritual beings. And so, of course, there is the Most High Creator. That is, the only way that we can understand it with our very basic level of understanding in this, material world, is a powerful, universal, creative energy, conscious, omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient, that literally gave us a seed of itself so we can constantly, create. But we have access to it. It's the highest frequency of love, the Most High Creator, the one who holds everything together. So aside from that, we also now have, our guardian angels that we're walking with. And these can be archangels who are higher rank, higher vibrational, and just angels who, are here to protect us, who have literally made their assignment is to protect the chosen ones. And you probably chose out a few. And sometimes, your guardian angels can almost be like your ancestors. And there are your ancestors as well, beloveds. I feel like the guardian angels are from a higher dimension. So they may not be able to fully understand the human experience that you're going to and experience the level of how hard it is to shift and change. But they're the ones that bring you that higher level knowledge, that keep you, that have kept you hidden from many of those principalities and spiritual wickedness in high places, that defend you in that realm and that you work with in that realm. Because you see, we're spiritual beings having this human experience, but this human experience is only a fraction of our total experience, beloveds. And so many of us chosen ones, there's so much that we're doing, there's so much battle that we're doing on the spiritual realm. That this is, I mean, this is just a stage. This is just, it's beautiful to be able to experience nature on this level and to be able to touch nature and smell nature. And, that's amazing. Although Babylon is trying to create like an artificial world for that. But your guardian angels are high level spiritual beings that are protecting you, beloveds, because the warfare, if you've experienced warfare in your physical life, then best believe that you have been waging an epic war in the spiritual realms just to reach this point. Anyway, let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, Africa.
Welcome back, beloveds, to Ask Dr. Mumbi. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. I've been getting a lot of questions from people who want to know who is our spiritual team. Who are we moving with spiritually? Who are we walking with spiritually? And it's very important, beloveds, because you have to start moving in the supernatural. And you see, your spiritual team has a higher perspective of everything that's happening in your life right now. And they can see far ahead, as well as they can connect all the dots for you, and they can give you information. It's like they give you an advantage. Like, why would you want to play this game without that advantage? It doesn't make sense. And our earthly ancestors, beloveds, there are certain ancestors that called on us, that prayed for us, that chanted for us to come through at such a time as this. And I'm speaking specifically to chosen ones. They chanted for us to come. They made a spiritual contract with us to come and help clean their bloodlines. And in return, we'd be here at such a time as this and also have access to their DNA. I mean, there's so much. Maybe we were their ancient ancestors. Or maybe they just found, they were found worthy to be able to carry this high vibration because of the rituals and the fasting that they did in their lives and the high vibration that they were able to attain in their lives. So they called us forth. And and they have had to, many it's our grandmothers, our grandfathers, maybe it's mainly that level. And they have had to wage serious warfare in this plane. And if you look at it, beloveds, you'll see that, your grandmothers or your grandfathers always, some were always sickly, or there was always just some spiritual warfare. Let me know if that's your situation, but that's what I've found is commonplace, is the spirit that called you in, that is here and holds a space for you and tries to hold a space for you until you reach a certain level of knowingness, usually faces incredible warfare among the family, etc., etc. But they kind of try and shield you from all that. And, if you look deep, you'll see, and those are the ancestors that are walking with you. And mainly, beloveds, because I've done something on ancestors before. You see, that's why I always encourage you to elevate yourself to the highest level possible, to elevate your vibration to the highest level possible, so that the ancestors, the earthly ancestors that you're even tapping into that can even match, are the ones that match your vibration. And so you're tapping into the highest ones. And the ones who called us here are among our guardian angels, because many are not here, in the earthly realm anymore, but they're here in spirit. And because of their connection to our bloodline and many things, many dynamics on the spiritual realm, they're really able to intervene for us. And many of them are the reason that we're still living. I give thanks and praise for my grandmother, beloveds. The first Mumbi, Saraki, because when I look at how much she fought for me and how she passed on when I turned 22, 22 is my number, beloveds. I'll do a show on it. I've received a few emails about that. And how she went into the spiritual realm and has been defending me, because that has been, since then, it's been the most intense warfare. and how she's always been there guiding me, teaching me. Because you see, we're in a mental maze, and so we have to get out of our own way. And so these are just, spiritual energies that are there to help us navigate through our own maze while avoiding the obstacles and the missiles that the Babylon system is throwing to us. Now, many aren't ready, but you're also walking, below the Most High are deities. Many have made Jesus a deity, but the real ones. And so many are walking with various deities. Maybe I'll do that. I just feel like some people just ain't ready, man. We're still on Jesus talk, We're still in the religious psychosis. But anyway, so there's certain deities, very powerful, who come, who are symbolic of the fire nations, the earth nations, the air and water nations, and they were able to, transcend the material plane and literally become, fully become themselves and become these like gods on earth. And those are the deities from Kemet to, many of our own in Agikoyo, we call it Gai. Is he the Most High, or is he, the God of Mount Zion? We could go into so many, we can go into so much of that, but there are hierarchies. And you see, if you are a chosen one, then you come from somewhere, you come from a team, you come from, I don't want to call it an organization, but maybe that's how they'd see it here. And there is a collective that is also, your beloved cosmic ancestors. That's who I started, over a year ago. I changed from just calling on my ancestors to calling on my beloved cosmic ancestors. And someone sent me an email and used the exact term recently, and I was like, So we've reached a certain level where even the spiritual family that we came to can now connect with us and come online and come in to help us finish strong. Who else does your spiritual team, who else makes up your spiritual team? And let me mention, like, different souls are walking with us. And sometimes they will, manifest in certain animals like cats, but those are stories for other days. Tukopa moja.